So I messed up. This is what happened. Although I am running in a pair of Hoka Speed Goat 5, definitely not as fast as regular street running shoes, I should say, on pavement. Clearly, I'm not going to get that jet propulsion forward, which I'm sure if you're running, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You hear that squish? Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. It's not all squishy nastiness, but majority of it is, especially since I try to run on the outer side of the road so I don't get ran over. So I like to listen to music while I run, and I'm not always paying attention to what's behind me or in front. So there you go. I'm not complaining. I'm just not going to be able to do my best. Let me know if you guys run the same type of runs that I do. And tell me your times. I am very interested. And pointers, if you have any. That'd be very much appreciated. I was using this tool that is like a miniature jackhammer for removing floor tile. And so I'm like on the concrete, knee pads on, and leaning over this hammer drill, I believe is the correct word for it. And that tile was stubborn. And I had to really push with some force to just skim kind of the top, you know, and not go like straight down. Straight down would probably be easier, but so I had to have precision cutting, if you want to call it that. And well, long story short, I messed up my lower back. Not permanently or anything, but I just ran 3 miles in 36 minutes and 14 seconds, which, considering how much pain I'm in, actually pretty good. So I'm not going to be able to break any of my personal records anytime soon. Not if I keep feeling this way. Also, it's pretty sloshy, muddy right now. As you can see, I'm just finishing up my run. My watch says 5.53 miles, just over 5.5, which is really good. My back pain has subsided quite a bit since yesterday. Just loosening up the old limbs, getting ready for great running season. This anytime when it's not too cold is good running season. I don't care if it's too hot. I will strip down all the way. No, not all the way. That'd be illegal. But I will go topless for money. So yeah, just about home. I didn't want to film a whole lot because the wind is horrible and I didn't bring my wind deflector guard thing for my little microphone. So I'm just telling you what I did today. The ground is still a little wet, so it's mushy on the sides, but not nearly as bad as yesterday, which is why I'm wearing the Saucony Triumph 20s. They are not for muddy roads. Luckily the gravel's not so bad, there's a bunch of bald spots, so when I can, I prefer to run on street running shoes, pavement running on these gravel roads. I don't know if it's just mental or what, but I feel like the less lugs or lug depth that I have underfoot, the more of a energy return I have underfoot. Hopefully that makes sense. Makes sense to me. Oh look, my footprints from when I left. Yeah, those are mine. Because no farmers around here are doing their running. I know, because all I ever see on the sides of the road are hoof prints. Be that a cow or a horseshoe or deer. I see dog prints out here too, but no humans. WTF, people. Get out there and get some. Like my viewers, you guys. Even if you're not, I hope that you're able to take away something from this besides just running. My motivational spirit to get out there to do something. Doesn't have to be running. Like, I'm gonna be doing pull-ups after I get back to the pole barn. Nothing too crazy. Just as many as I can. Just to keep muscle from, going away from not being used. Muscle dystrophy. So that is the enemy. Unfortunately, I could only tell you the distance I ran. I can't give you the time because I had to do an emergency bathroom situation, and hopefully it's in the part of the woods that nobody will ever step in. Yeah, so I ate too much food, and can't say it was the healthiest food, but man, I might have not given myself enough chance to recover after eating so much. And then I started running too soon, so gave myself some bubble guts, and man, afterwards I was a whole lot better. So that happened at just over the first mile, and after that happened, I was able to go the rest of the 4 point however many miles, which is pretty good because I felt just light and healthy and no bubble guts. So, and I didn't poo myself. That's always a plus. I can't imagine having to walk back or run back with poo smears. Man, that chafing would be awful. Not just the smell. In fact, you probably wouldn't really smell it since you're running and the kind of pushing it behind you, if you know what I mean. Unless the wind's coming from behind you. Yeah, then that would be no good. But yeah, just don't poo yourself. Before I forget, 34:39 was my previous best. Today I ran 31:56. Let that sink in. Man, I could not be more stoked, as you young people like to call it, or that time is fire, you young people. Hey everyone, it's me, Gunner, from Marine Corps, Serenity. I know the sunglasses, I figured that they would throw you off. It's not my normal eyewear, but yeah, I wanted to wear these today instead, just to see if bending in the frames a little bit would help keep them from falling off my face, because that's the problem with these sunglasses. I had these before I got the giant 80s ones, and I love these glasses. I deployed in them to Afghanistan and, you know, done a whole tour with them, so they're solid. Literally, they are aluminum, so they bend to any shape that you want it to, in case you have a weird shaped face. But no, that when it comes to you, this part, see, there's a curve here, obviously, because your face curves in, I guess, you know, kind of wrap around your face. So yeah, that is usually straight. It is straight when you get it, and so you get to bend it in the nose bridge area to whatever feels most comfortable. And it's a super grippy nose grip, but when I sweat a lot, the nose, it does end up sliding down my nose, let's say that. So I haven't really messed with them in forever, since I messed with them the first time in Afghanistan, which was see, it's 2025 now. 12 years ago. Time flies. I didn't realize I had these for 12 years. Anyway, so, and like an idiot, I just kept them the way I liked them to begin with, and I wasn't running in them, because you're not allowed to run with sunglasses on against regulations unless you have some kind of medical permission, I guess. But I turned these arms way back here in a little bit, so now they're kind of pinching my head, and I didn't want to do that to begin with, because I figured I'm going to cause myself a headache, and that is why I am running with them today, to find out if I am getting a headache. And so far, no, I am not. These are Gator sunglasses, by the way, Gator. And yeah, they have a few designs. They're in California. I like I believe these are the Boxster or Boxster. I don't remember what it is, but they come up a little higher up right there. And instead of just like this top part is completely flat. And so it's a smaller lens. And I wanted the full range of view to be completely tinted, you know, so I don't want to see any of the sun. No sun. Nah, the sun's cool. Sun's cool. Without it, we might all die. I don't know. We might. Hasn't happened yet, so who's to say? We might live and be very cold. Anyway, I did 3 miles just now. Oh, I forgot to check the time. I know I did really good, because The first mile, my robot lady said I did 9:45 mile pace, and that is great. I feel just so good today because of the weather. I'm in short sleeves and shorts, running in the Brooks Glycerin Max. It's not the first time I talked about those shoes. And I'm just chugging along, just bouncing, enjoying the day, listening to some good tunes, the local radio through iHeart. And damn, I don't know, man. Some of the beginning part of the run, I don't know why, but I was kind of like short on breath. Kind of just couldn't expand my lungs completely. I don't know how that happens, but when I turned a corner, I started running into the wind, and then I had too much air going into my lungs. So it's kind of like, you know, pick your battle. Not really, you can't, unless, I mean, sooner or later you're gonna run into the wind or away from it. So unless you just keep running further and further away from home, which would be stupid, then I have to bother somebody to come and pick me up. I don't do that. So, second mile sucked because there's quite a few large hills, and I always run quite a bit slower up hills. I won't even call it running, but I'm like walking, but still going through the running motions, you know, kind of faster paced waddling. And the second mile was 12.45, if I remember correctly. Okay, so the wind is at my back again. Feels great. Hopefully you guys can hear me better. I think you can.